Hey folks, Will here again with Happily Ever Outdoors. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at UCO's Titan Stormproof Matches. Just keep watching. Alright folks, so once again, we're going to be looking at the Titan Stormproof Match from UCO. We'll also be taking a look at their original Stormproof matches just for comparison. This is probably something you guys are a little more familiar with. These are real common. You see them in a lot of department stores, sporting goods stores, anything like that. It's a well-known product. It's been proven over time these things work. So if you're already familiar with these guys, just know that the Titan Stormproof match is basically an oversized version of this. Looking at the two, you can see it's basically the exact same design, just scaled up. So that's going to give you a longer burn, making this thing more effective even in the absolute worst weather conditions. Here are the Titans. Obviously, you have a larger case to begin with, so this will take up a little more space in your pack, and it's not going to hold nearly as many matches because they're a lot bigger matches. Both cases also come with a replaceable striking surface on the outside for striking your matches, and you get a couple of extra strips inside to replace this when the time comes. One thing I would definitely recommend with either one of these, go ahead and purchase the matches with the case to begin with, and then when the time comes to restock, just go ahead and purchase yourself a standalone pack like these. You're going to get a lot more for your money, and you can go ahead and just refill this guy. No need to purchase a new case. Now, one of the first things I want to do is go ahead and take a look at the difference in burn time. So I'm going to do my best to try to strike both of these matches at the same time so you guys can see how much longer this one will go than this one. Alright, so as you guys can see, much longer burn time, even though I actually got this one lit first and used it to light the regular Stormproof match. So this one probably had about a 1 second head start on this guy, but you still got a much longer burn. And obviously, given it was a bigger match, you guys could see had a bigger flame. I could feel it was putting off a lot more heat. So if you're using, wet or semi-wet tinder, trying to get a fire started, maybe it was a little bit windy, it's gonna be a lot easier with this guy. Next, one of UCO's biggest claims to fame with these matches are just how stormproof they really are. These guys are touted as being absolutely waterproof, so let's go ahead and put that to the test. I've got a mason jar that I brought out with me here full of water so that you guys can see exactly what's going on here. So to start, I'll actually go ahead and dip the match in the water, give that a few seconds, let it kind of soak, just to simulate maybe if you flipped over in your kayak or something like that and your stuff got all wet. Or if it was just really, really wet conditions. Let's see if we can get this thing to strike. Alright, it was a little bit trickier, but I still got to strike. Now check this out. Move that closer so you guys can see. That match has not gone out. Look at that, that's pretty crazy. Now, let's go ahead and give it a shot with our larger Titan match. Pretty impressive, huh? Alright guys, so both matches definitely did good in the water submersion test. Obviously, the Titan match did better because it's bigger, so it's got a longer, hotter burn, so it's going to be more dependable in worse conditions. Moving on, we're going to go ahead and take a look at these matches using a couple different kinds of tinder. Here we have what is basically like a waxed wood shaving log. You can see this is what it looks like basically out of the package. These particular ones came from UST. This is basically what you want to do, kind of break it down a little bit. We've also got a cotton tab. A lot of different companies make products like this. This is what it looks like fresh out of the package. And we've basically got just some dry birch bark here. So to begin with, let's see if we can get all three of these tinders to light with a single match. So no problem there. Even this little guy, very effective, especially if you've got good dry tinder. Now, given that we were able to light all three of those tinders easily with the smaller original Stormproof match, obviously I'm not expecting to have any problems with this guy, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. As you can see, I'm getting a very large flame off this match. So definitely gonna have no problem getting a fire started as long as you have good tinder. Alright guys, so no huge surprise there. We had no issues getting a fire started. But what if you're in a situation where you don't really have a good tinder to work with? Let's say all you had was a little bit of birch bark, some wood shavings, things like that you were able to gather, and that stuff wasn't even dry. Let's say it got soaking wet. Alright guys, so as you can see, UCO's Titan Stormproof matches work, and they work extremely well even under far less than ideal conditions. They burn really hot and really long even when they're wet. Now when comparing them to UCO's original Stormproof matches, there are some pros and cons. You've got a bigger case, so it is going to take more space in your bag. It's not going to hold nearly as many matches, and of course these are a lot more expensive. So would I recommend these for everyday use? No. For most applications, the originals are going to work just fine, and they're going to save you a lot of money in the long run. So what I see these as being good for is, number one, if you know that you're going to be in especially bad weather conditions, or more than that, to go in a survival kit. Basically, you could either take a whole tube full like this, which again is a waterproof case, or you could take one striking surface and maybe like 5 matches, put them in some kind of a waterproof bag or container, and throw that in your survival kit. So again, a little pricey, probably a little overkill for your everyday average use, but for more extreme weather conditions, these are definitely a great way to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, we'd appreciate it if you give us a thumbs up. And while you're at it, make sure you're subscribed to our channel so you can keep seeing more videos like this. And if you've got any questions or comments on UCO's original or Titan Stormproof matches, feel free to drop those below. Until next time, stay happy, stay outdoors.